Lesson 10. Opposing viewpoints are everywhere. If we study any subject for very long, we will find that there are opposing viewpoints everywhere. Catherine. I read 2 books on Clara Barton, and one said she was very shy and didn't talk much. The other said she wasn't shy and talked a lot. There are many periods of history where nobody really knows for sure what happened or what things were like. One history book will say Clara Barton was shy. Another will tell you that Clara Barton was definitely an extrovert, a fancy term for somebody who talks a lot. The trouble is, the authors of both books will sound authoritative. Another fancy term for people who think there is nobody who disagrees with them, when nobody today really knows what Clara Barton was like. So if Catherine had read only one book on Clara Barton, she would spend the rest of her life imagining Clara Barton as a shy person and not knowing that there is any historians who disagree. While it may not be terribly important to know how much Clara Barton talked, there are many larger events in history where there are opposing viewpoints. Frank. We've been studying in school about the Civil War. Yesterday we learned that the South was full of evil slave owners and that Abraham Lincoln invaded the South to free them from oppression. That is what the Civil War was about. Billy, what? You're all wrong. It wasn't the Civil War. It was the War of Northern Aggression. We Southerners fought for state rights and for freedom from the tyrants up north. But never fear, we'll beat you Yankees yet. Frank. But the war ended in 1865. Billy. It isn't over. We're just reloading. As you can see, there are some parts of history where viewpoints are very strong. Events such as the American Revolution, World War II, the assassination of John F. Kennedy, the death of Princess Anastasia, the gunfight at the OK Corral, the Crusades, all have many opposing viewpoints. History isn't the only place where there are opposing viewpoints. There are also many in science. Museum Tour Guide. Here we are standing next to the giant bones of the dinosaur, the Diplopachyphestiont rex. This dinosaur lived in the early Amphasaic period, around 247,780,304 and 76 days ago. This dinosaur was known as a meat eater. Scientists can tell this because of the hungry look in his eyes, known as the gluttonous look. This dinosaur probably died from suffocation as a result of being buried alive in rock. We know this because that is where we found him. We also know he is a male because he can't cook worth anything. While not all scientists are this way, some scientists will make bold claims about things even though there are many people who disagree. On any given topic, there may be more than just 2 viewpoints. Scientist Sam. Gases emitted out of the tailpipes of cars are causing global warming. Soon the polar ice caps will melt and Los Angeles will go underwater. Scientist Sue. I disagree. Gases emitted by cars aren't causing anything of the kind. They have virtually no effect on the temperature. Scientist Sedgwick. I don't think we know for sure whether gases emitted by cars are causing the Earth to heat up. We should do more studies to find out. What we need to remember when studying history, science, law, medicine, and virtually every other subject is that just because we read something in a book, that doesn't mean it's true. There may be other respected people who disagree with that book. We need to read other books and to look at other viewpoints before we come to a conclusion. In the next few lessons, we will be giving you some tools which will help you look at opposing viewpoints. I'm right. No, I'm right. There are at least 2 viewpoints on every issue. Don't assume that the viewpoint you are reading about is the only one. Exercises A. Number 1. Name 3 events in history or subjects in science where there are opposing viewpoints. Describe 2 of the different views. Exercises B. In each of the following examples, name an opposing viewpoint. 2. German Shepherds are a loyal breed of dog. 3. Democracy is good, just, and efficient form of government. It is the best form of government. 4. Oliver Cromwell was the best ruler England ever had. C. In each of the following examples, is there one character who doesn't disagree with the other 2? Which one? 5. Scientist Sam. I think humans evolved from animals into what they are now over millions of years. Our closest relative is the chimpanzee. There is a lot of archaeological evidence which agrees with this theory. Scientists sue. I think humans were created by God on one day a long time ago, and I don't think the archaeological evidence for your theory is very sound. Scientist Sedgwick. When are the donuts arriving? Number 6. Jenny. In 1492, Columbus landed in America. Before then, it was not widely known that the Americas existed. Clyde. Actually, it was early 1493. Bert. But the Vikings discovered America first. Just not very many people knew about it. Number 7. Fred. Everybody living in southern Illinois is a hick. Durf. Most of the people in southern Illinois are hicks. Inrod. No, there are a lot of sophisticated people in East St. Louis, and that's southern Illinois. Number 8. Fred, did you know William Shakespeare didn't write all those plays? It was really a guy named Sir Francis Bacon. He wrote all the plays and just put Shakespeare's name on them. Durf. That's ridiculous. Everybody knows Sir Francis Bacon was busy writing The Lord of the Rings at that time. He didn't have the time to mess around with a play. Enrod. I don't think Sir Francis Bacon was related to a pig. Number 9. Frank. In the American Civil War, the North had a just cause. The South was only fighting to keep their slaves. God punished the South for their sins. Billy. In the American Civil War, the South had a just cause. They were fighting for states' rights. The Union invaded the Confederate States of America, a separate country, because it was power hungry. Hans. I think the war ended in 1865 and the North won. So I don't think it serves any purpose to keep arguing about it. Number 10. Which reasons given for the following viewpoints are bad, unimportant, or irrelevant? There's a monster living in the Lake Loch Ness, probably a plesiosaur. A. There have been a lot of people who say they have seen it. B. There are pictures of it. C. It would be really neat if there were one down there. D. It's possible. There is no monster in the Lake Loch Ness. E. The plesiosaurus died out 1,000,000 years ago. F. All the sightings and photographs can be explained away. G. I've never seen it. H. Nobody has a real good picture of it. I. They haven't caught it yet and have no real proof. J. Rush Limbaugh doesn't think there is one down there.